ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another NSHL live stream. Tonight, it's the Vancouver Outlaws and the San Francisco Flight, and what could be the final game of the season for the Outlaws. They have to win tonight in order to stave off elimination, and should they win, they must then face elimination in their own building. And if they win there, it's a game 7. The Outlaws in a bit of a hole, but San Francisco's got to be able to pull it off. I'm Dean Payne, alongside me is Builder. We're set to go for the Southwest West Division Final, game number 5. If you missed it earlier, just a few moments ago, the Washington Nationals were hosting the New Orleans Wildcats in the East Finals. And the Nationals won that game and so have put themselves in a similar position to San Francisco, with the ability to win the series on the road when they head to New Orleans tomorrow. Earlier in this series, San Francisco has proven to be good on home ice, but will that last? The Flight won the first 2 games, the first one 4-3 and the second 2-0. Very tight rounds, but the Flight were able to edge ahead towards the end. And then on the road, they got stomped by the Vancouver Outlaws as the Outlaws powered to a 5-1 win in Game 3. But then the Wildcats couldn't get a goal in Game 2 or in Game 4, or at least they couldn't get and keep the lead, as San Francisco took it away to win that one. And so we find ourselves back in San Francisco with the Flight and an opportunity to win the entire series. We have yet to see overtime in this entire playoff season. Will tonight be the first time? Well, let's find out as we dim the lights and get things underway. set to go. Face off at center ice. It's Bo Horvat, Joe Pavelski getting the nods to face off and duel in this first face off of at least 3. Maybe more. Here we go. Bo Horvat, Joe Pavelski, San Francisco, Vancouver, and we are underway. Game number 5, where San Francisco can take the series with a win. Sent in and around, picked up by Johnny General Zod, who's going to try and rally his troops. Rally the Vancouver Outlaws to digging one back. And now, beyond the net, it is controlled by Bo Horvat. Noah Hannafin with a steal. Has it back for San Francisco. Clears the zone. Takes a San Francisco bounce off the boards. It'll be Adam Henrique who gets there first. Directs it towards the net. Shot! Score! It's early! 1-0 San Francisco!
Uh-oh, Vancouver. Right into the slot. A shot gets fired by the Vancouver goaltender. Flight take a 1-0 lead early. And the Flight want to run away with this one and win the West on home ice.
That was not very long. And also, the puck did not stay in the net for very long. Jonathan Quick, it was quicker than quick. And San Francisco is up by 1. 17:15 to go here in the first period. And that's exactly the start that San Francisco wanted. Off the draw, the Wildcats have control of it, and they'll pop it into the boards. We get a whistle since it's hard to play a puck that is stuck in the boards. Off the draw, sent in by San Francisco. Ray Ferraro will go chasing after it. Daniel Sedin shoves it out for the Vancouver Outlaws. Tosses it down the length of the ice. Chased down by John Scott. Elias Pettersson with the steal. Turning around the other way. Noah Hannafin gets in there. Clayton Keller as well. San Francisco back on the puck, and they'll clear it to the line and now out of their zone. Henrik Sedin will toss it back in for Vancouver. Noah Hannafin slides in between Daniel Sedin and the puck. Sends one all the way down. It hits the post. Jonathan Quick there to say no, and it stays out. Nearly 2-0 for the Flight right there. Chance the other way. Here comes Daniel Sedin. Across the line, trying to tie out this game. Off the end boards. Chance out front, and it doesn't go. Back into the O-zone for San Francisco. Joe Pavelski looking after it. Rims around off the backboard. And now Adam Henrique with Mark Giordano. Sends it out, and now it's brought into the neutral zone. Here's a chance. Burns with a breakaway on an empty net. No! Turned aside. Back the other way. It comes all the way back down and around, and now to the stick of Elias Pettersson. Daniel Sedin getting a piece in there as well. Adam Fox laying down to make a play. And now the Outlaws clear the zone. Ray Ferraro slips in front of the Vancouver offense and manages to clear it out. And now a chance off the boards for defenseman Shea Theodore. Now Erickson gets to it. Sent around. Edler in there. Shea Theodore out front. Chance denied. Centered again. And no one there to put it home. Cleared out of the zone now. Well, not out of the zone. Held in by Theodore. Erickson, and now Cassian will toss it along. It's Mark Giordano. He'll toss it out of his zone. It's going to take an Outlaws bounce off the boards. Bo Horvat can't put it home as Mark Giordano takes the puck away. Takes the deflection off Giordano again. Back across. Yes, Ben Pye, we know that you can see the cursor. There's not much we can do about that. Johnny General Zod with Daniel Sedin and Alex Edler. Henrik Sedin. Send one through the crease, and David Ayers, who's now in net, says no. David Ayers getting the nod tonight. He started his career with the Toronto Marlies and was the Zamboni driver and managed to get called up for a game against the Toronto Maple Leafs as an emergency relief goaltender for the Carolina Hurricanes, and he shut them out.
No, he did not.
Oh, no, he didn't? Oh, well, he led them to a win anyway.
Shut up.
Regardless of the score, it was a win for David Ayers. Back the other way. Here comes Taylor Hall. Beat out by Louis Eriksson. And now Hall turns back with it. Final minute of the first. Larry Brown sends one through the crease, and it's back the other way. Chance for Eriksson. Eriksson looking over his options, and the best one was to pass it to Troy Terry to wait out the end of the period. After one, it is 1-0.
Well, that was a lot more tame than the New Orleans-Washington first period. I'll tell you that much. The Flight get on the board early, get the home crowd into it. That's really what you want to do as the home team, especially in a game where you have a chance to eliminate your opponent and move on to the finals. That first goal is ever so important on home ice. Get your crowd into it. Get them chanting. Get the place rocking. That's exactly what the Flight did. 1-0 lead early. See if they can hold on to it.
To start the second period, it's sent in by Joe Pavelski, and it trickles wide. Back and down. Daniel Sedin in there first. Pressured by Henrique. And the Flight work in the corner to try and get it back. Tony DeAngelo sent across through center ice, and now a shot there. Save made, Jonathan Quick. And now it'll take a couple of deflections as it bounces along the boards into the San Francisco zone. And Tanev is there for the men in black. Elias Pettersson sending it along for Tony DeAngelo. And now he'll get a piece of it himself. Mark Scheifele. The Winnipeg Jet turned San Francisco Flight. And now he'll toss it out for teammate Henrique. That one's going to hop out of play. We'll get a whistle with 15:15 to go. San Francisco won the draw, and they'll send it wide of the net. Flight likely need to get a second one here to ensure victory. Shea Theodore, pressured by Miller. The Outlaws trying to come away with one. Edler looking toward the point, through the neutral zone, and missed the net by a large margin. And now it's battled for the face-off dot, even though it's not a face-off. And now a chance the other way. William Karlsson steers it away. No, he ends up turning it over. It's on the line. Will it go in? Yes! Brock Besser scores! And we are tied.
Holy cow, Vancouver's back in it. I've been saying it all series long. Vancouver just keeps fighting. They never give up. They finally get a chance. Puck sits on the line for a good 5 or 6 seconds as the Flight scramble to try to get it off the goal line. Can't. Vancouver ties the game. And now we got a hockey game, boys.
And David Ayers did absolutely nothing to sweep it out of trouble. Shot there goes wide. We're tied at 1. That might have been a rookie mistake by the San Francisco netminder, but they're going to have to figure something out. Shot there, save made, Jonathan Quick. It'll come out and down to be played by Jeff Petrie. 7:36 the time of the goal, presented by Southwest Airlines. Not actually sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Sent in and around.
Unless you want to play us, Southwest.
Pay us, please.
Yeah, I need money.
Cleared out of the zone now. I'm kidding, of course.
No, we're not. You
Joe
too, PPG.
Pavelski. Centered there. Shot there, goes wide. And now Adam Fox will toss it down the length of the ice. Vancouver trying to stave off elimination. They trail this series by 2 games, down 3-1. San Francisco's up by 2, 3-1. And they're also, but in this game, it is 1-1. And it'll run all the way around. This puck skids to a halt just past the hash marks in the offensive zone for San Francisco. And it'll be sent to the point for John Scott. Cleared out now, and now into the offensive zone for the Outlaws. Here's Adam Fox. Fox, working with it, has help from Zod. Superman getting a piece of it as well. And now he'll clear the zone and send it into the ozone layer for San Francisco. Flipped around, cleared out and down, and now a chance for Superman. Superman can't turn it. And so Jeff Petrie picks up the pieces and clears the zone for San Francisco. Scrum in the neutral zone. Turned over. And now a chance. Adam Fox sends it in. Huge save. David Ayers. What a stop by number 90. And Zod clears it out. The other way. Here comes JT Miller. A minute 55 to go in the second period. Owen Nolan now in control. Up the wing comes Jeff Petrie. Rimmed around. The dump and chase by San Francisco comes out to William Karlsson. And Brock Besser forces him to dump it into his own zone. Logan Couture couldn't get control of it. Patrick Laine, also a former Winnipeg Jet. There's a couple of them in this game. And he lost it to Brandon Tanev to end the period. 1-1 after 2.
Wow. A little bit more action in the second period than the first. Obviously, 1 goal apiece, but I feel like there's some really good offensive chances in that period for both sides. In the first period, there was chances either way, but I really feel like the offense really ramped up in the second there. To start the third, both teams just got to stick to the game plan. The plate got to try to hem Vancouver in, use that crowd, and really feed off of them to get that energy. For Vancouver, oh wow, there's a good save there by Johnny Quick.
Quick was quicker.
For Vancouver, they got to try to silence this crowd so they can stick to their game plan, get an early one here in the third, and then just try to hold on to it.
Elias Pettersson will try and do just that. San Francisco defends well, gets it to the blue line and out. A reminder, if we are still tied at the end of the third period, this game is not over. It goes to overtime until we get a clear and definite winner. We stay at 5-on-5 the entire time. It's down now in the ozone for Owen Nolan. And now William Karlsson. Flight clear the zone, takes a San Francisco bounce, but Ekholm is there to intercept. Chance there, Karlsson shot wide. Ekholm now for Quinn Hughes. And now Nolan. Had it in the corner, turned it over, and the puck ricochets out into neutral territory where it'll be caught by Pettersson. Besser sends it wide of the cage, and now a chance at the side score! JT Miller and the Outlaws lead!
Well, what did I say? Vancouver's got to get the board or on the board early and really take the crowd out of this one. This would be huge for Vancouver if they can get a win here tonight. They take the 2-1 lead. If they win this game, they head back to Vancouver, where they've only lost once all season long, just happened to be game number 4, and have a chance to tie this series up to bring it back to Boeing Center here for game 7. Now, there's still half a period to go at least. Oh, that one just goes wide.
Clayton Keller nearly Clayton Kellered off the draw. That's exactly why San Francisco signed him, and he nearly came up huge. What a play. Ray Ferraro across. Takes a couple bounces, and now it'll bounce out of the zone. Here's a chance. This is going to come down. Adam Fox gets there first. Clayton Keller as well. San Francisco back into the neutral zone. Sent off the boards. Elias Pettersson there. Ray Ferraro and John Scott. Forced to the boards. Out front shot. And it goes wide. 10:44 to go. San Francisco trails by 1. Here's Ray Ferraro. Sending it in and around. Tony DeAngelo to play it for Vancouver. The Outlaws clear the zone. Henrik Sedin turned it over. Stolen by Jeff Petrie. Pettersson takes it back. Sent across. And cleared out. Getting there first is Clayton Keller again. Back into neutral territory. And now here comes Quinn Hughes. He's got the angle. Brent Burns steers it away. The Outlaws have turned up the heat, but San Francisco comes right back with a shot there that is wide. But all it takes is one of those with a little bit of a better angle, and San Francisco's tied the game.
But San Francisco's got to do it quick with only 6:30 left.
Shot there by Hughes. Missed by inches. San Francisco send it in. 6 minutes left. Here comes Superbman. Sent to the boards. Owen Nolan. Over to Carlson. Horvat forces Carlson to the boards. Zod trying to lead his team to victory. Hurdle sends it in. Taken wide of the net, and now Jeff Petrie looks over his options. Here's Hurdle again. Back into his own zone. It'll run around, and now a chance for the Flight to regroup. Tossed in and back out. PK Subban lost it to Hurdle. Flight reverse it back in. Here's Shea Theodore, and the Outlaws clear it out and down. They're having a hard time pulling it off the boards. Edler working with Sedin. They're going to try and pull it off the boards for Vancouver. And they do. Centering feed. No one there to home it. Back across the line. Here's Patrick Laine. San Francisco. And they lost it. Final minute. It's looking like Vancouver's going to win this one. Tossed around, maybe one last chance. No, 10 seconds left. Vancouver wins one on the road and will head back to the Apple Center, where the Flight once again have a chance at winning the series, but the Outlaws can tie it up. Well, after 3, it is 2-1 Outlaws.
Well, in both series, the East and the West, the underdogs are heading back home to try to tie the series. The only difference is the Wildcats ended up losing their game number 5, and Vancouver ended up winning. Now, it was a little bit more important for Vancouver to win this game, considering they were up on the brink of elimination. The Wildcats were tied 2-2 with the Nationals. This game was huge for the Outlaws. They needed to win this game, not only because, well, they're fighting for their playoff lives here, but they're heading back home to Vancouver, where, like I mentioned earlier, they only have one loss all season long. They've been one of the better home teams in the entire league. We've seen how home ice advantage works. We know how good it is, and the playoffs are really. It's actually been a little bit worse than the regular season. We found a lot of away losses for home, or a lot of away wins. Pardon me. So I still believe home ice advantage is still huge. Vancouver's got a great shot of forcing 7 here, and if they force 7, we may have another shocker like we just saw tonight.
Anything can happen from here. It's the NSHL playoffs. Only on the National Sim Hockey League on Roblox and the Dean P underscore YouTube underscore 10 YouTube channel if you're watching the San Francisco flight. I've been Dean P, and alongside me has been Builder. We'll see you tomorrow when the Wildcats host the Nationals in a chance to stave off elimination one final time, and the flight visit the Outlaws, where they will try a second time to win the series. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.